My name is Erik. I'm an enterprise architect. The most valuable feature I've seen in the Exalogic platform is the integration it has with the Exadata. When I'm running WebLogic-based workloads that really need low latency to an Exadata for improved throughput, improved latency, that's the big value of the Exalogic. The benefits is it reduces the latency, it reduces the amount of time for the Exalogic to get data from the database on the Exadata. When you're running OLTP applications that are very time sensitive, that's where it really comes into play, because you see the performance just noticeably improve compared to other solutions. Stability at Exalogic's been great. In a virtualized environment, it runs OVM, doing a lot of work with it. In fact, we've been using some of the Exalogic here at this event to run some of our hands-on labs that I've been doing as community efforts, and haven't had any issues with stability on it, no big panics. But with any system, you do have to patch it, and if you don't patch it for a year or two, yeah, you might start hitting some bugs. Scalability, you can take it up to a full cabinet, and that's not been an issue at all. It's a lot of horsepower in a single cabinet. Technical sort of Exalogic is okay, it's acceptable. Again, it's a complicated platform, and it has some limitations that tend to have to call support a little more often. The initial setup on the Exalogic when you're running it's pretty straightforward. It's an engineered system, so most of it's up and running. So you put it in the data center, do some configuration on it, and you're up and running in a day. There's a lot of additional features that I would like to see in the Exalogic. The user interface would be nice to better integrate into Enterprise Manager 13 and eliminate the whole EMOC layer to the Exalogic. That causes a lot of confusion, both internally as well as clients that use the platform. What you really look at on an Exalogic is what's your application, and would the benefit of the lower latency when you connect to the Exadata really improve your application to the point that that's the solution you want to go to. I'd give an Exalogic probably a 7.5, and the reason is the issues with the EMOC system versus in that integration, that user interface is very different, and also some of the limitations on the Exalogic. You have to use Oracle's OS load, you can't run Windows. There's some limitations to how it works that causes some confusion, and that's why I'd rate it a little lower. My recommendation for peers, if you're looking at an Exalogic, if you're looking for a need to reduce the latency for your workload, definitely take a look at it. It's going to be the fastest thing out there to solve that issue for your connectivity to the Exadata when you're running a Java-based, WebLogic-based application. So you need to take a look at it for that reason alone. Just be prepared for some of the limitations and make sure your application works within those limitations.